Welcome to JSA TV, where we're covering the latest stories, trends, and innovations with leaders in digital infrastructure. My name is Emily Scherer from JSA, and I am joined today by Pierre Samson. He is the Chief Commercial Officer of QScale. Pierre, thank you so much for being here today.
My pleasure.
Great. Well, if you can start with some company news, I'd love to hear what's on the horizon, some of the latest developments with QScale for 2025.
Yeah, so QScale is based out of Canada. We've been building an AI campus for like 3 years now. So I think we were a little ahead of the curve at the time, but since then, I think the market kind of is having a lot of appetite for what we're doing right now. We have a 142 megawatt PPA right now we're developing in Quebec. And basically, we have built a quarter of it right now. So as of today, we are building another quarter, and it's going to be ready in about 11 months now. 28 megawatt of IT load for AI, basically, yes.
Excellent. You were ahead of the curve there, and now everybody's catching up to you, and that is a word we can't get away from, AI. So
Yeah, I mean, when we started the project, it was not just AI; it was high density, right? Because obviously, it was obvious for us, at least, that the chips were going to consume a lot more power, so generating a lot more heat. So at some point, you need something that is built for high density.
Absolutely.
And the way we designed the campus is actually we are doing liquid cooling. It's all liquid cooling. It's a closed loop, so we don't evaporate water. It's closed loop. And I mean, with that kind of technology, we can cool infrastructure like racks up to 400 kilowatt per rack. So there's no real limit to the cooling right now at QScale.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think that is one thing that we wanted to talk about was building data centers to be Blackwell ready and to meet the demands of AI-driven workloads. So is there anything else you want to share there about specific to Blackwell chips? Maybe?
Yeah, I mean, the older generation, the H100, people were able to cool these racks with air still, right? Now with the next generation that is starting to ship pretty right now or pretty soon, liquid cooling will be a requirement for the full. If you want to be able to use the full capacity of your infrastructure.
Right.
When customers are paying a lot of money for these racks or these GPUs, you want to be able to extract the full potential of it, right? So the way to do it is to liquid cool these components. So I think it's going to be a big challenge for the industry. For the past 20 years, everybody was doing kind of the same, design. Everything was air cooled, and today, I mean, for this specific type of infrastructure, the Blackwell, it's going to be very tough to cool a Blackwell rack with air. I mean, it's going to be basically impossible.
Yeah. And do you feel that people are moving quickly enough to liquid cooling? Like, do you feel that there's been mass adoption yet, or do we have yet to see a big adoption?
I don't think the market is ready for this right now. I think that may explain some delays in the industry, adopting the liquid cooling. But it's obvious to me that it's happening now. Like the next 12 months, it's going to have to.
It has to.
It has to, exactly.
You gotta go that way.
I think so.
Like you
Yes.
said. Yeah, excellent. Well, thank you for sharing that. And AI's impact extends beyond technology. It's also reshaping how businesses think and operate. So I would love to hear from you about how do you see AI influencing the future of the digital infrastructure industry as a whole?
Well, that's a good question. It's much broader than just the data center space, right? But I think people will start to use AI to make their deployment and more efficient, right? And this is, I think, and it's pushing every component we used to be working with to the limit right now. So I think it's going to transform the industry, but it's an industry that is very conservative. There's still a lot of mechanical component in the industry, like in the data center. There's a lot of parts that people don't see behind the scene, and this needs to ramp up and make catch up for what's coming. And to me, that the biggest thing is going to help people figure out, some challenges like the liquid cooling, having more efficient network.
Yes.
Networking is very expensive when you deploy an AI cluster. So there's a lot of use case for AI to be contributing to this.
Right. Thank you for weighing in on that. I appreciate it. And I think it dovetails nicely with the final question that I have here, which is about sustainability. So as data center demand continues to surge, I would love to hear how QScale is balancing performance growth with energy efficiency goals and sustainability goals as well.
Yeah, so this is to me, well, this is for us, I guess, something that is very important and was part of the project since the beginning. Okay? We are, there's only one way to do AI, a sustainable AI, because it's using a lot of power. It's a lot of power for cooling as well. The only way to do it sustainably is to use renewable power. To me, that's the basic. We do use 100% hydropower, so we are everything we use is renewable. But on top of that, what we are doing right now is having a district loop that's going to be carrying the heat from the data center to greenhouses that are starting to build this year.
Oh, that's
So,
excellent.
so as an example or just an image, the first 24 megawatt that we are currently using in production, the heat from that 24 megawatt will be captured by the water, because
Yeah.
if you're doing liquid cooling, it's much more easy to capture the heat or the energy from the server, right?
Right.
The liquid loop was going to carry the heat to the greenhouses, which is going to bring almost 24 megawatt of energy to the greenhouses.
That's awesome.
They're going to be using it, and the water will come back cooler, so we don't have to use our chilling plant. So it's like a circle that is like a win-win-win for everyone. So this is how we believe it's the real way to do this sustainable AI. For us,
Yeah.
it's the way to do it.
That's amazing. And what's in the greenhouses?
Right now, we don't know because we're not the producers.
Okay.
So we have land.
Yeah.
These guys are starting to build. Obviously, I think it's going to be small fruits
Yeah.
and small vegetables. That's another way to do like sustainable computing. Well, the heat from the power from hydro is going to help find stuff for drugs or things like that through AI.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be heating fruits that will prevent vents to come from California to Canada
Yeah.
to deliver fruits and vegetables. So it's
Full
like
circle.
exactly
All of
full
it.
circle.
Yeah. Love it. Well, great. Well, thank you for sharing that
My-
with us, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah,
Appreciate
of
it. Thanks.
course. And to our viewers, stay connected and happy networking.